It's January 31st, JLD here, and welcome to MSTR Today and the Treasury Titans. Nothing in this video is financial advice, but Michael Saylor has been cleared for takeoff, has taken off, and is now accelerating with some G's. So let's go forward as Michael Saylor does a little retweet from a quote from Binance, and that quote from Binance was, "We believe Bitcoin is the foundational asset of this ecosystem and the premier long-term store of value." Now, why did Michael Saylor post this right here? Because this is a pretty powerful statement. Well, Rob breaks this down pretty well, I think. Binance just marked the bottom of the Bitcoin and broader crypto sell-off. Here's why. On October 10th, the crypto markets broke because of an algorithm glitch at Binance. Whether orchestrated or not is irrelevant. What matters is that it caused liquidations left, right, and center, and Bitcoin was the proverbial baby thrown out with the bathwater. This has led to 4 months of persistent Bitcoin sell pressure. Every price increase met with immediate sell pressure. So what's changed? Well, today, Binance came out with a tweet declaring the following. Binance will convert the SAFU fund's $1 billion stablecoin reserves into Bitcoin with a process of completing within the next 30 days. So ask yourself, why would Binance commit to this reallocation now if they knew the forced liquidations causing the collateral demolition of Bitcoin was still in the works? They know it's over and that the opportunity exists now to take advantage of this temporary dislocation of price. Supporting this point on the recent Moonshot podcast, even Kathy Wood mentioned rumors that the selling cause by October 10th was coming to an end. It's all happening in plain sight, but everyone is too tired and too fearful to take advantage of this opportunity. My expectation by the end of February, we will all be concluding that the last 4 months were in fact a bear trap. Stay safe out there and Godspeed. Not financial advice. Do your own diligence. And then Mark posted this. I just wanted to share. I mean, it's one of those things. MSTR, make sure you're sitting. 7 consecutive down months it posted. By far the longest losing streak since adopting Bitcoin. The good, MSTR was only down 2% in January, outperforming Bitcoin, which was -4, showing relative strength. So here we go. July, August, September, October, November, December, January, all red months. Brutal, brutal, brutal. But again, January 2026 right here, down -2% compared to Bitcoin's being down 4%. So I guess if you're going to look for a silver lining, and we might as well try relative strength to Bitcoin. Chris says there are 3 types of Bitcoin treasury companies. 1, pure play Bitcoin treasury companies are companies whose business model revolves entirely around their Bitcoin strategy. Of course, that's MSTR, that's MetaPlanet, that's Strive. The hybrid Bitcoin treasury companies are companies whose business model revolves around their Bitcoin strategy and their underlying operating business. And then there's 3. Soft play Bitcoin treasury companies are companies whose business model revolves entirely around their operating business, and they simply adapt Bitcoin as their treasury assets without desiring to leverage it. So there's the pure, the hybrid, and the soft. Michael Saylor, myself, many others believe that every meaningful company is going to move to at least a soft play in the next 10 to 20 years. The hybrid play is going to become more and more common, of course, as well. Then, of course, there's going to be a number of pure plays like Strategy, like MetaPlanet, like Strive that are just going to focus all around Bitcoin, and specifically everything's going to revolve around their Bitcoin strategy. So fun times ahead. Jesse says there are only 2 possible outcomes. Number 1, Saylor runs out of capital looking to get 10 to 30% annual yield when 450 trillion plus of global capital is in similar instruments getting 5%. Really less than that, more like 2 to 3%. And guess what? It's going to take a long time for Saylor to run out of capital, who's looking to get to 10 to 13% yield. I think soon, by the way, maybe as early as today or tomorrow, probably Monday actually, announcing an 11.25%, an increase of that 0.25%. Or 2, Bitcoin gets bid to incredible heights. I like both options, to be honest. The Kobesi letter says, today is one of those days that will be referenced for 50 plus years. A near $10 trillion swing in precious metals market cap over 24 hours. Gold was down at one point over 11%, and it's ended pretty close to that. Silver was down over 32% at one point. I think it ended down like 28 or 29%. Absolute bloodbath. Jeff says Claude bots are going to form businesses. The businesses are going to target human needs. The humans will pay the bots for needs and services. The bots will accept payment in digitally native money form that can't be seized, Bitcoin. The future is here, and it's a bit crazy. The risk of missing an explosive Bitcoin move to the upside is way too high. Wow, what's out there is just absolute insanity. Please, my friends, position yourself accordingly. And if you have Bitcoin, if you have MSTR, in my opinion, in my non-financial advice, you are positioning yourself accordingly. So good for you. And we have some great video clips from our new upcoming Fed chairman, Kevin, and as well as a Michael Saylor clip or two. So sit back, relax, and as soon as we get back from thanking our sponsors, we will show you those. When you want more for your business, start with Northwest Registered Agent and get access to thousands of free guides, tools, and legal forms to help you launch and protect your business all in one place. Build your complete business identity with Northwest today. Your business identity is more than your logo or website. It's everything that defines who you are and how you operate, from what your customers see to what they don't, like operating agreements, meeting minutes, and compliance paperwork. With Northwest, you'll get more for your business, more privacy, more guidance, and more free resources than you'll find anywhere else. For nearly 30 years, Northwest Registered Agent has helped entrepreneurs form, grow, and protect their businesses. They're the largest registered agent and LLC service in America, powered by over 1,500 corporate guides, real people who know the local laws. It can help you every step of the way. Don't wait. Protect your privacy, build your brand, and get your complete business identity in just 10 clicks and 10 minutes. Visit www.northwestregisteredagent.com/JLD free and start building something amazing. Get more with Northwest Registered Agent at www.northwestregisteredagent.com/JLD free. Michael Saylor just made an $835 million bet buying the Bitcoin dip. Right now, Bitcoin's fallen almost 40% off its October high, and the big money is buying the dip. What's your strategy? Now might be a great time to convert your IRA or 401k to Bitcoin with the help of Bit IRA. Plus, you can fund it with pre-tax funds, then continue to invest in it over time as you do any other retirement account. Bit IRA protects your assets with end-to-end insurance, highly secure storage, multi-encryption, and registered with the U.S. government. Your IRA is fully IRS compliant. Best of all, you can trade crypto within your retirement account without incurring taxes on any buys or sells. Just go to bitira.com/JLD and request a free info guide. Once you do that and open your IRA, you'll get a free ledger. Bitcoin has proven time and time again to rebound, every cycle going from a higher low to a higher high. With Strategy's latest purchase, Michael Saylor clearly believes Bitcoin is at a discount. Time for you to get in too? Go to bitira.com/JLD to open a tax-sheltered IRA in Bitcoin.
What's the killer application for a Bitcoin treasury company? It's to issue digital credit, right? Instead of issuing credit on gold, which is how the world ran for 300 years, now we're going to issue credit on digital capital. Digital credit on digital capital. That's one branch of this industry. How big is it? Hundreds of trillions of dollars big. Very big. What does it compete with? Real estate, art, gold, private equity, public equity, bonds held as a store of value, all wealth, right? That is a branch, and that is going to grow.
You made reference to Bitcoin, and I thought I heard a little bit of condescension that people are buying Bitcoin and these things.
But doesn't it? Charlie Munger, this is 2 or 3 years before he died, Charlie Munger attacked Bitcoin. He called it evil, in part because it would begin to undermine the Fed's ability to manage the economy.
Or it could provide market discipline, or it could tell the world that things need to be fixed.
Bitcoin does not make you nervous.
Bitcoin does not make me nervous. I can hearken back to a dinner I had here in 2011 with someone who is another guest on your show. I won't say his name. I just did Mark Andreessen, who showed me the white paper. That was the original white paper. I wish I had understood as clearly as he did how transformative Bitcoin and this new technology would be. Bitcoin doesn't trouble me. I think of it as an important asset that can help inform policymakers when they're doing things right and wrong. It is not a substitute to the dollar. I think it can often be a very good policeman for policy. And if I were to speak more broadly to what did Charlie Munger and others perhaps have in mind, there is a proliferation of securities that go under all sorts of names. Many, if not most of them, are not worth what they're might be being traded for. So what did Charlie say, and maybe his pal Warren say? There's the innovators, the imitators, and the incompetents. They're real innovators that are happening in and around that new technology. And what I would try to impart towards businesses and bankers is that the underlying technology that Mark showed me in that white paper, or tried to show me in that white paper, it's just software. It's just the newest, coolest software that will provide us an ability to do things that we could never have done before. Can the software be used for good and evil? Yes, both, like all software. Right. So I don't cast aspersions like that. If there's a final point, it's these technologies are being built here. I don't just mean on Stanford campus. I believe in the United States. And the world's most talented engineers from China and Europe and everywhere, they come to the United States even now to try to build this stuff. And my view is by building it here, that gives us an opportunity to be more productive and create something very special over the next decade.
What's the second best? There is no second best.